Welcome back, I'm Brickroad to Final Fantasy V, the 4-Job Fiesta 2020, and we are just gonna terrorize World 3. I think the biggest difficulty spikes in the game are some of the midway bosses in Worlds 1 and 2. So stuff like the Sandworm, Biblos for sure, the Soul Cannon, some of the mini-bosses at the end of World 1. And then in World 2, you've got the Crystals, you've got Atomos, which is a gimmick fight. And then, of course, Xdeath at the end of World 2. These are all difficulty spikes for some parties, and other than the Karnak escape, which I botched because I didn't buy enough Phoenix Downs, I don't think we really had any problems anywhere in Worlds 1 and 2. And by the time you get to World 3, there's a couple reasons why World 3 is the easiest of the three worlds. For one, your characters are at their most powerful in World 3. For two, you have access to all 4 jobs for the entire world, and I can't think of a combination of 4 unique jobs. If you roll 4 individual jobs, it's possible with some rule sets in the Fiesta to roll multiple jobs. So if you roll up with like 2 Geomancers or something dumb. But if you have 4 different jobs, it's really hard to think of a combination that's not going to be able to walk through World 3 with relative ease. Just because the 3 worst jobs in the game, like if you have Berserker, Geomancer, and let's say Beastmaster, even with those 3, like your 4th job, whatever it is going to synergize well with at least one of those 3. I'm not in that boat. I have an extremely powerful team. I've actually been thinking, while I was processing the previous video, like if I had to choose, hand-pick the strongest Fiesta team, what would I go with? And this is pretty close. I think my answer would end up being this party, but with my Time Mage replaced with a Samurai, and the order rearranged. I think I'd go Black Mage, Samurai, Blue Mage, Bard, in that order, to get the most powerful Fiesta team possible, with as little grinding as possible. Obviously, if you really wanted the most powerful team, you're going to go with a Chemist, but then have fun fighting undead dragons in the mountain for hours and hours, getting your mix components together, getting all of your... That's what chemists do, is they take rare components and mix them together for powerful effects, and some of these effects the game just doesn't have an answer for. You can literally make your guys invincible, and you can make heavy monsters vulnerable to death, and you can do all kinds of insane things with chemists, but that's predicated on you going out and hunting up turtle shells and dragon fangs and dark matters. And ain't nobody got time for that. So Chemist is not one of my favorite jobs, but it is objectively probably the strongest job in the game. But I would take this party, replace the Time Mage with a Samurai, and then do it in that order. Black Mage first, because Black Mage steamrolls all of the early game. Samurai second, because when you get your second job, that's right about the time where you can get the first Samurai sword. Blue Mage third, for end of World 1 shenanigans, and then throughout the game shenanigans. And then Bard 4th. You start out the second world with your Bard. And you can get all the cool Bard buffs and things. I can't think of a boss we're going to have trouble with in all of World 3. Oh, Xdeath ruined Guido's house again, because Xdeath's a nerd. Ah, but here's the Library of the Ancients. This little just nothing dungeon where we fought Biblos early in the game turns out to be actually important now that we know the sage who can climb ladders somehow, even though he's a tortoise. Okay, fair enough. You don't have thumbs, but okay. There's a bard song we can get here now that the library is actually important. And there's an interesting little piece of lore here. When you kill Biblos, he says something like, but my master is still... like, the seal on my master is weakening or something. He says something. And it turns out Biblos is not just, like, a mook monster. There's a random encounter. Like, the first couple bosses of the game, like Siren and Magisa, they don't really matter. They're not really part of the game's lore. But Biblos was apparently stationed here by one of the minions of Xdeath, who we will fight in the final dungeon. who is a palette swap of Byblos, who we will fight in a room that looks like a library. So Exdeath knew that the Library of the Ancients was very, very important, and had one of his minions put a guardian there, which turned out to be Byblos. And that may be one of the reasons why Byblos is one of the hardest bosses early in the first world. Even in a vanilla run, it can be tricky to know exactly how to get through that Byblos fight. But there's a bard song we have to get here, and I want to make sure that we get it right away, because if we don't get it right away, we're going to lose access to the Library of the Ancients, and then we can never get it again. So what he's doing here is, like, there's a bunch of weapons. There's one weapon of each weapon type in the game that's, like, the most powerful weapon of that type. And there's, like, a magic weapon that can seal Exdeath's power. Hooray! We will not have access to that pot for very much longer. But there we go. So that's a spell that will increase my magic power. Which with Black Mage and Blue Mage and Time Mage could be very, very, very powerful indeed. So we're only missing 2 songs. And we're going to get them both in the same place, but we have to get an airship first. In order to get these 12 weapons, we have to release seals on special dungeons. The first of which is over this direction, and is mandatory in World 3. Most of World 3 is optional. After we clear this dungeon, we'll get an airship, and from there we can go directly to the final dungeon, and I think this party could probably win the game right now. We could probably go to the final dungeon and clear it out. Do I want to do that, though? I don't think I want to do that. There are a couple other dungeons, optional dungeons around the world, and all of them make you much, much more powerful. So part of World 3 in the Fiesta is identifying which of the dungeons you actually need to do. And we're seeing the effects of the merge world now. Like that, the Guardian Tree from the Forest of Moor overlaps the Great Shifting Desert from World 1. So like a Great Forest and a Great Desert are both kind of facets of the Earth Crystal, you could think of it in that sense. I don't want a back attack. This doesn't seem fair. Thank you. So the first of these 4 tablet dungeons is mandatory, because you have to do it in order to get your airship. The second one is kind of partially required, because if you don't do it, you don't have access to a lot of the third world. But then the third and fourth dungeons are not necessary. However, we are going to be doing one of them because it will unlock powerful time magic for us. In World 3, we now have access to this little forested area in Moor. If I could please. I always get lost here. Oh, there we go. It's gonna... There we go. Yeah, okay. So Skellington Man is going to meet us here in the woods. What's up, Skellington Man? So on the left, we take the Brave Blade. On the right, we take the Chicken Knife. And then your boy's like, "Bark!" And he just skeletons off. Let's see how powerful my Chicken Knife is. So the Chicken Knife, anybody can equip it, and it's more powerful the more you run away from encounters. And right now it's only a 98 power, so we haven't done a whole lot of running. But this is also a very magic-focused team. So the Chicken Knife is instrumental in many teams, but in this team I think we'll still use it, but I don't think it's going to be the key to our success. The difference between the 2 weapons is the Chicken Knife, when you attack with it, it gets more powerful the more you run away from encounters. And every time you attack with it, there's a 25% chance that you will attempt to run from battle. Which can be kind of obnoxious. Not gonna lie. But you can never make it weaker, and the Brave Blade is just the opposite. It starts out super, super powerful, and then it gets weaker every time you run from encounters. So step 1 of getting into any tablet dungeon is destroying these Gargoyles, and I think... So some teams actually have trouble doing this. If you don't kill them both at the same time, they revive each other. But I think we just multi-target damage here. And they will both die at the same time. In fact, let's use our new Mana's Pain song. Are we going with a Frost Rod today? Well, okay. But as long as we kill both of them at the same time, we should be in good shape. And there's a pair of these Gargoyles outside of all 4 of the tablet dungeons. We're only going to be doing 3 of the tablet dungeons. And one of them is one that I would usually skip, but in this run it's going to be instrumental because we have a Time Mage. The end of each of the tablet dungeons kind of unlocks new stuff in the world. For example, this first one's going to unlock our airship, which is what makes it mandatory. The second one unlocks the submarine, which makes it kind of half mandatory. The third one unlocks the most powerful time magic spell, and then the last one unlocks the Leviathan summon spell. I don't really remember my way through this dungeon either. I know we're going to get snecked on here, and we can't escape from sneck. But it's fine because Sneck are super, super weak. I should get some singers going here. Maybe I'll give Sing to Faris. What's Faris have? Oh, Faris has the agility from Bard right now, doesn't she? I think we'll be fine with one singer because we do have the Black Mage. Oh, we gotta open that door. There we go. I'll try to remember where all the treasures are in here, but I'm bad at life in this game. Oh, there is a weapon I wanted to get in Extet's castle from a random encounter that I forgot. About. We have a very small chance of getting it here, but I'm not going to hold out a lot of hope. And it's not super important to my success. I'm not really worried about missing it if we don't get it. Who needs Requiem when you've got Thiraga? Oh, I guess Requiem just takes them out anyway. There's a Dark Matter, which we aren't going to use because we don't have a Chemist. I will have Faris heal in the next encounter, perhaps. Oh, that wasn't a random encounter. It was a monster in a box. Well, we gotta fight this thing. Okay, very well. Oh, that didn't work for some reason. I thought for sure. But undead are typically weak to fire, so... Rod boosted Firaga. This thing's still not dead. That's kind of insane. You know, it's like, what's White Wind here, actually? Maybe I can Dancing Dagger her MPs back up. Or maybe the Black Mage can just carry us to the dungeon. That's also a possibility here. Goodbye. There's a Dragon Fang, a White Robe. Can Time Mage use this? She can. Black Mage can't. Oh, Black Mage also can. Ooh. Okay, who needs to point a magic more? I'm going to say almost certainly you. Robe made for those who use white magic. So yeah, Black Mage is going to use that. So Bar just kind of terrorizes this dungeon as well, simply because you fight so many of these the damned in the monster boxes. Pretty good experience out of there. Oh, there's our another flame shield, so we do have a second flame shield coming. I'm going to try to get some more... That thing's undead. I don't think I knew that. I mean, clearly I didn't, otherwise I wouldn't have done that stupidity. I should have bought some high potions, I guess. Every run that we do now is going to power up our chicken knife a little more. Right. Thunder magic is going to be the way to go here. If these things are also undead, I will be very upset. I guess we'll find out. In fact, there's an easy way to find out. Okay, they're not undead, so I should be able to get some mips from them. I should also be able to Thundaga them, because looks like a robot to me. You know what? You know what? We're gonna... There we go. Let's, Hi, how you doing? Are you heavy, I wonder? Aegis Shield doing some work. Oh, I can heal Forest with the Flame Tongue now. I just gotta... Or even the Ice Brand now. If I wanted to. So no, healing is not going to be as tricky as I was expecting. Thundaga? So Wave Cannon always deals damage equal to half of your maximum HP, which is why it's killing us softly here. Forest can heal herself, though. Like this. I can give her a, here we go, Flame Shield in this slot, and the Flame Tongue. Can't use it! I didn't know that. Well then, I didn't know blue mages couldn't use that. That's... Well, there's only one thing to do. Let's see if Vampire will hit this thing. Because if not... Can I stop you? And one Thundaga is just not going to get the job done. I guess Lena must have my other Thunder Staff, or Thunder Rod still. Okay, that's fair. I'll take it. I don't know why Dancing Dagger ended up in the other hand. Yeah, just go ahead and get some hit points back if you can. Maybe better off giving Forest Sing and Cryo Black. Oh, Cryo can't use Black. I mean, she can, but she'd be limited to level 1 magic. Really should have bought some high potions somewhere. I have an Ether. That'll help. Now I can White Wind early in the next fight. That should keep everybody from dying to Wave Cannon at least. Yeah, I need to change around some skills so I can take down these Mega Heads in 2 shots. As it stands, at least we can haste you and get your 2 Thundagas out a little bit quicker. Most everything in here is undead, so the Dancing Dagger is not going to really bring us home. Let's give you Sing. Air Knife. Age of Shields. Let's give you... Yeah, it's only a level 1 ability, so making her black with... isn't going to do it any good. You don't have... You've never been a black mage. No, I think I was best off with that. Having a really fast blue mage to open with. I think... I'm going back and forth and second-guessing myself. But, no, I think this is going to be the best. It's really just about getting... Bart's 2 turns. And I can always teleport out and use a cottage if I really, really wanted to. The pyramid's kind of just always a slog, regardless of your party. You've got a 3-person party here, so you're at kind of a disadvantage. All the boxes are monsters. What are you gonna do? I guess you're gonna... Goblin Punch with the chicken knife. Actually, Excalibur is probably still stronger for the moment. And see if... Bart's going to run out of magic points here pretty quick. Pretty soon. I don't know why I cast Comet. I should have used Requiem there. I'm not thinking straight. Maybe give Bart Sing for Requiem for fights like this, where I don't really need to... go all out. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not super impressed with Goblin Punch, Chicken Knife combo, or Excalibur combo. I was told that's a great combo, but there's a black robe. That's 2 extra points of magic. We're gonna go with that, and you can take the white robe. And now that I'm this far in the dungeon, I do realize that I have gone the wrong direction to get a treasure. There's a treasure early in the dungeon that I should have gotten first. But I kind of don't want to replay this room, so... Let's give you the Dancing Dagger back and just see if we can get... There's Mystery Waltz. That's what we're looking for right there. That's the good stuff. So we do have essentially infinite magic points in this part of the dungeon, if nothing else. Because we can always Mystery Waltz on these mecha heads. I know I've got a Thunder Rod. There it is. In fact, we're going to have to Mystery Waltz with Bart's here. Oh, that's going to kill Faris. I am going to reset this fight. I want to get through this without... In fact, let's Vampire with Faris if we can. Did not work. Fair enough. But if you don't have really good damage output, which in this fight means you don't have access to like thunder attacks, the Mecha Head room, you're going to spend a lot of time here. It's just a big old slog. But with haste, it looks like I can get 2 attacks out before they get 1. But I don't have enough to... Yeah, I do have just enough to cast Thundaga twice in the next Mecha Head fight. So in this fight, let's see if we can get Mystery Waltz out. Jitterbug's also okay, I guess. The next Mecha Head we're going to have to try to sandbag against. I get one more Thundaga before I've got a Dancing Dagger. Oh, that's black level 6. That's actually really fortuitous that happened right here. Because there's no real points to going further with Black Mage than this. So what I can do now is go back to Time Mage on Bart's with the level 6 Black Magic command. And then turn Kryl into a Black Mage. That gives her access to the Aga spells. And are we still going to have her a Singer? I think we're still going to have... No, I think we'll give Sing to Forest, because we do want someone with Sing. But then we have access to all of her magic points. So it really doesn't matter what we do here. So I'm going to go ahead with the Agility, because she's really only been casting black magic spells. Black Robe, White Robe, Mantle, Mantle. Hairpin. Miter. Let's go with Dancing Dagger on you and try to get some magic points back. Okay, Fortuitous. No, I don't want to do that. That's not what I want at all. Healing Staff. Dancing Dagger. So Forrest can try to get back magic points while Bart's keeps everybody alive. Alright. Here's Mummy Friend. Oh, I didn't give Forrest Sing. I'm Storpid. I need to organize my inventory. Things are getting hard to find down there. I was checking to see if Bart's has equipped harps, but no. We do want one Singer in the group. And that does mean re-equipping our Blue Mage again. The other option is we can set it so whenever you change abilities, it removes all of your equipment, and that's not super good either. The thing's undead, so we just want to kill it. We're not getting anything from anyone here. Ooh, an elixir. This should be more mummy friends, and so it is. I was afraid of that. See if we can eke out a win here before losing Kryl again. Oh, I wish I could take these turns in the other order. I wish I could take Forrest's turn first. I should probably use Fire here and save some MPs. Unfortunately, you can't pass turns in this game, which is too bad. Almost out of Phoenix Downs, too. We're going to do a lot of shopping after this dungeon. I don't want that stupid thing anyway. There's a Mecha Head coming up. Are we set? Healing Staff, Dancing Dagger, and Thunder Rod. Let's do some sorting here. Oh, I stepped on spikes. Everybody got poisoned. And pretty severely damaged as well. Alright, here's the situation we're in. Okay. I'm going to have to use my last Phoenix down here. No, I'm not. You don't have enough magic points to cast Teleport anyway. I'm going to have to change you into a Time Mage. And teleport us out. So I can buy high potions in the city. Better change her back to a Black Mage before... Before bringing my man back to life and I have 2 Black Mages. I would get yelled at if that happened. It's like, I have all this money, so... But I didn't put in my notes, go to the item shop and buy items before going to the pyramid, so of course I didn't do it. I am a slave to my notes. Am I the correct party? I am. Really, this is fine, you know? Nothing wrong with what's happening here. Let's buy... It's probably too many. Let's go with... Because this is going to be my main out-of-combat healing for the rest of the game. We'll go with 40 of these, and I'll buy 10 of these. And I'll buy 10 of these. And that should get me there, right? Alright, pyramid, take 2. Wasn't having any trouble killing the monsters, it's just... Once you get whittled down to 100 or 200 hit points, and you've got no way to heal outside of combat. Alright, take 2. This time we'll go... the other direction, because I think there's treasure if we go the other direction first. And I don't remember what the treasures are, but even if they're just elixirs, like if we go up here... No, that's where we went. We want to go around that little winding path up top. This gives us the ability to get some runs up, just in case we do want to use that chicken knife later. I'm pretty sure we can get Blowfish from that Lamia Queen, but I'm really not into a blue magic spell that just deals 1,000 damage right now. Like, what's the point of that? There we go. Some combination of those switches makes that palatable. We got in a fight on the way down the hole. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm gonna sing for my supper here. Get out of here, the damned. Lena's gonna be... She's always underleveled. You get her back. Oh, so these elemental shields just aren't gonna be super useful for me for that exact reason. Because Blue Mage cannot equip the elemental swords. They can equip the Coral Sword, which is the lightning elemental. And I'll bet they can equip an Enhancer, which is a sword that boosts, I think, fire, ice, and lightning elemental damage. I think that's more for red mages, though, who can use those black magic spells. While blue mage can't use those spells unless you give them access to black magic. Running from these guys is fun. When I do the Fiesta on stream, I have like a little on-stream counter thing that I hit. Like whenever you run from a battle, you click a button and it keeps track of your runs, so you know when your chicken knife is maxed out. But I just don't think chicken knife strats are gonna be the way to be in this with this party. I should be using Bart's, instead of passing Bart's turn to get to Forest, I should be using Bart's turn to throw out some healing staff. In fact, I'm going to give Bart's the heal. Oh, he's got the healing staff. Yeah, I probably already committed to doing that and then immediately forgot. This friggin' guy. How grand is this mummy, I wonder? Is he grand enough to withstand a rod-boosted Firaga to the face? Is he grand enough? You know what? I'm going to heal. Let's be a good boy. I could put some damage out there with Faris. Ooh, I should have went with Flamethrower, probably. Well, I probably would have got similar damage, but for fewer magic points. Cursed Ring. Alright, fair enough. I have no idea what that does or why I would want it. So we're not going to use it. I guess I'll save this progress that we've made just in case. It'd be really, really difficult for me to lose in this dungeon simply because I've got the return and teleport spells. So typically these three characters for the end of the game, usually 2 levels above Lena is how it usually goes. Well, that was my singer, so you've made a mistake. Because you decided to paralyze my singer, you now get burned to death. You gonna make the same mistake? No, not gonna make the same mistake. Okay. So you get to go out with a song. I do know that I'm going to get some pushback. I'm well aware that some people are going to be like, well, Chemist is the strongest in the... I know, guys. I do understand. But I don't like grinding for the stuff. And another thing is I don't really like playing off of a spreadsheet. Like, to play Chemist effectively, you kind of have to play the whole game off of a spreadsheet so you have access to all the Chemist stuff. There's a box up there we didn't get. So 1 Mecha Head. Oh, but I don't have 2 Thunder Rods right now. Because Lena has my other one. Well, that's fine. We can just Thunder Rod twice with Kryl. It'll all be wonderful. Because you still have my Healing Staff. If I'd been more diligent using this Healing Staff on my first run at this dungeon, we would not have had to leave. I guess... You know what, I'm just gonna... There's no point spending your magic if I'm gonna have to spend Kryl's magic anyways. I'd rather just... We get 2 Thundagas for the price of 1 anyway. And fortunately, the monsters that die in this room stay dead, so we don't have to clear this room again. I got spiked. Glad I bought all those antidotes. Not paying attention to what I'm doing here. I don't want to fight the last Mecha Head. We'll just leave him alive. Oh, look, if we had made it through that room, we could have cottaged here. But I still wouldn't have had any high potions. Not that I've used any yet, but... okay, so this room is the one... There's lots of secret passages and stuff in this dungeon. And we don't have Thief to notice where they all are. I think mostly what we can take out of here is money. That's a creature of darkness, huh? Gotta say, not super scared of it. Especially not when we've stopped them. This, for some reason, the Zephyrus is always, always, always really difficult to run from. I'm not totally sure why. There must be some kind of statistic that determines how difficult it is to run from certain encounters, or even certain individual monsters. I'm sure somebody has explained this to me at one point, and I've just forgotten. Oh, see, she's supporting her monster friend. She loves him. But I keep putting stop on them, so... Anytime now you guys want to run. Oh, you know what? I've forgotten I can do this, actually. I should be able to just do this, right? Yeah. That gets us out of the battle. You just typically don't do that because you can just run from encounters regularly. Like these guys. These guys are super easy to run from. Some of the pathways in this dungeon, like that door up in the top right, are just if you fall down those holes, that's where you kind of come back up. Getting those escapes up. I don't know if we'll use chicken knife or not. That's an exit, I think, coming back from that direction. So we need to go... There's so many treasure boxes in this area. Yeah, go ahead. I got a healing staff. I'm just going to heal all this anyway. I already know off guard. Leave me alone. More the damned. When you get the healing staff, you get it very early in the game. When you first go to Tycoon Castle and talk to the Chancellor. And you talk to him in a little treasure room with other treasure boxes. And he kind of mentions offhand, like, hey, take this staff. And then he leaves the room. And you never get a message saying, like, oh, you got the healing staff or whatever. You just kind of have it in your inventory. I think we do want to fall here at least once. Yeah, to get this elixir. And then we can get all these treasures in the black space around here. Oh, these guys again. Well, I know what to do with you now. So for years I thought when he said, hey, take this staff, there's a bell you get there, a geomancer weapon. I thought he was talking about the bell, and it was like a mistranslation or something. I didn't realize, oh no, it's talking about a staff that just appears in your inventory. So I would always have those two moments like, why did he say staff when you get like a bell and a samurai sword and like a ninja star at this location? Like, why is he saying staff? And then later I'll be like, this healing staff, where did I get this from? Gold hairpin. Nice! Alright, what's the plan here? Oops, I pushed up. I should not have pushed up. My bad. I didn't mean to push up. I shouldn't have fallen on purpose previously, because me being me, like, I was gonna fall on accident anyway, so I might as well have just waited. You again, in a back attack this time. Terrible. I might as well get this box this time. So I can step here. And I always forget if I want to go left or right side here first. I'm not sure. Well, first I want to go to the center. I will never equip that protect ring. That gives you regen in battle, and I just don't need it. I wanted to go this side first, because I can't climb the stairs on this side. That's right. Okay, good. More disarmed. At the end of Final Fantasy games, it's kind of a tradition for them to throw a bunch of like endgame side quests at you that unlock all the most powerful stuff. And that's kind of what the third world of Final Fantasy V is in general. And parts of it we're going to do, and parts of it we're not. And we're going to be stupid powerful no matter what we do. More the damned. Nobody needs a heal right now. Sing a song of my people. My people being blue-haired superheroes, apparently. And an elixir. And now we want to make sure we don't accidentally slide down there, or else we'll be going to that whole room again. This is the final floor. We've made it. Made it to the tablet. There's no boss. Well, you know what? I guess this counts as the boss. because I've got to cast a spell to get away from it. I did forget there was a second gold hairpin in here. That's super, super good. Ribbon is usually a really good find in Final Fantasy games. It blocks all status ailments. However, in Final Fantasy V, the only two jobs that can equip it are Dancer and Freelancer, the job of not having a job. Neither of which I can use. So Ribbon is not a great find for our party. So this dungeon unlocks two things for us. It gives us the ability to go gain the Bahamut summon later, and because Bahamut is actually this island, this kind of dragon-shaped island, that's where the teleporter was that took us to World 2, was on that island. And when it sinks into the ocean and turns into the Dragon King Bahamut, and he goes and flies off to the place where we can fight him later. So that's the first thing. I guess you could think of the pyramid like a summoner dungeon in that sense, because you get a powerful summon spell from it. However, our airship was also parked there, because that's where we jumped into the teleporter. Final Fantasy V's plot is entirely put together with just spackle and coincidence. That's the whole deal. So the airship is now floating in the ocean, and the currents drag it nearby where we can now access it. How convenient. But there's no boss here. We do have to fight a boss shortly. Let me make sure I do have two people with black. Black. Yes, I do, because Bartz has black magic naturally, and Kryl is a black mage, so we are good to go. We're going to fight a boss that does barrier change. Barrier change was a big deal around this era. I guess Squaresoft at the time figured out how to change enemy weaknesses partway through a fight. And so, like, a lot of their RPGs from this time have barrier change gimmick bosses. So we're going to fight this boss where one of Exdeath's evil minion spirits has infested Lena, and he's going to try to use Lena to wipe us out. This boss changes her weakness between the three elements or physical. And she always starts out weak to fire, and then whatever spell she uses on us is her new weakness. We have Black Mage, so whatever she changes to, I don't care. And if she changes to physical, I can use like Goblin Punch or something to get her to change again. So I am worried about this fight 0 times. Exdeath just gets his licks in early in World 3. There's so many scenes where he's just like, haha! And now I kick you while you're down! I'm sorry, were those your balls? I have kicked them repeatedly! Haha! That's what I assume Exdeath sounds like, anyway. Or maybe he's trying to destroy the Guardian Tree here. So he's going to suck up the Library of the Ancients. Because in the merged world, you have all the locations from both worlds. I guess they decided to do some cleanup here and remove locations from the map that wouldn't be useful for you to revisit. And they kind of dress it up like, oh, this is a, like we're removing locations that you care about. Like, because the library is gone, that means Guido is gone. And now we have to beat up Lena. Oh, right, the Drake sacrifice. It gets confusing, because there's 2 Drakes. One in World 1 and one in World 2, and both of them get sick and, like, are dying, and Lena's Drake sacrifices himself like 3 times. So anyway, all we need to do here is Rod boosted Faraga to start off the festivities, and then watch what spell she casts. Should I do haste? I guess I'll do Hastka here. I might as well. And we're going to go with let's just go with the magic power. Why not? So she used a physical attack. Is she going to change her barrier here? I guess not. Alright, well, it's your funeral. Hopefully this comes out before she changes her barrier. I thought every attack would cause her to change her barrier, but I guess not. If you just want to stay weak to fire the whole time and not even demonstrate the gimmick that I just painstakingly... Oh, you can see the magic spell buffing my damage there. Whew. So, okay, Lena's back in the party now. Which means we have to reorganize our jobs a little bit. How do we want to do it? First thing we're going to do is use a cottage to get Lena back on her feet. Who's a stronger time mage right now? Bart is by about 20 points. So Bart can stay a time mage. How did you do on black mage? You're level 5. You need to get level 6 black. So we'll do this. Let's unequip all for now. Going for level 6 black. You have time in black. Does that leave Kryl as a bard? Level 5 black is probably pretty good anyway. I think I'm happy with her level 5 black, because that gives her the Aga magic, so we'll make her the bard. She has not yet been a bard. And she has access to... Can't equip rods as a bard, though. Are we better off with black or blue here? I don't think it's going to matter too terribly much with the bosses we have coming up. So our black mage is... We have a fast black mage. We have a blue with sing, which is good. We have a time with black. We have a bard with black. This is all fine. I'm happy with all of this. Let's give you the main gouge, because you don't have another weapon useful in your slots. Take a mantle, please. Healing staff, hairpin. Alright, looks like we are good. Now, every time you get one of the 4 tablets, you can go to the Sealed Castle, which is a World 2 location that you can visit in World 2. It's actually very early in World 2 you find where it is. We just walked past it. I think I went inside thinking there was a healing pot, maybe, but there wasn't. And, inside are the 12 sealed weapons, and each tablet allows you to take... This is Surgate Castle. That's not the... Where's our airship? I think this is right up here somewhere. Yeah. Surgate Castle is not useful for us. Alright, let's go let Xdeath get his kicks in one more time here. Let him do the thing he's going to do. So he's already closed off the library for us, and now he's going to close off 5 more locations that are kind of connected to the party, but also they're places like every other location in the map, it should be useful for the player to go there. Like there's some reason to go to each of these locations. But we don't want the player to be overwhelmed with every single location in the map. So closing a few of them off isn't a terrible idea. And they just kind of do this as the excuse. So Waltz, or Warris, or whatever it's called in this version, is gone. So if you didn't get the Shiva spell in World 1, like we didn't, we cannot get it there now. It's gone. Istari Village, where you buy the elemental rings, that's gone before you get a chance to revisit it. And I think there's a bard song there that if you don't get it, it's gone. So these are locations, thinking about it now, these are locations that kind of had stuff available for you to get in World 1 that becomes a lost forever if you didn't visit them. The Moogle Village is gone. Which is just, that's a step too far. Like, okay, we get it, X-Death. You are the most evil thing ever. Lix is gone. There's a Bard song there that we got. If we hadn't got it, Bart's hometown would have been destroyed. And of course, Castle Tycoon is also gone by this point. And Castle Tycoon being gone is actually important for a side quest we're about to do in just a little bit here. Because you see, in sucking these places up into the void, X-Death is actually reshaping parts of the world map. So there's now going to be a path that was closed to us around Tycoon Castle that will now be open to us on the back of our lovely, lovely Chocobo, whose name is Boko. Chocoboko, I think is his full name. Chocobocolina is not a character in this game. Bart wants to crash the airship. Like, you sucked up my hometown, now I'm going to crash this airship. He's super mad. I like how they kind of give you a little hint here, too. If you notice, he's flying north in a straight line and goes around the world a few times. Well, one of the places where he goes around the world is actually a very important location. And it's one of my favorite little mysteries in Final Fantasy V that I didn't get to solve on my own. Because the first time I played this game to completion was on a Japanese version, which means I was playing from a translation. But in this forest right here, I'll point out the clues to where this is later, like how you learn about this little forest. But it's pretty clever, and I think I would have gotten it back in the day. But this is the Phantom Village. Phantom Village is where we're going to spend all of our monies. First things first. Take a thief knife. That allows us to steal from monsters. I don't think there's a place where we're actually going to want to do that, but we need to get into here now. This is the weak. There's a weak and a strong magic shop in every type of shop. There's this weak and a strong version in Phantom Village. And the weak magic shop is already pretty good because you can buy spells there you can't buy in other places. The weak armor shop has a crystal shield, which I'm going to buy. And I don't think anything else. Oh, we can get a black and white robe here. This is magic up, and this is more defense. I think I'm going to buy 2 of these. No, I'm going to buy 1 of these. Because I'm going to get better armor in a minute anyway. So we'll do that. Is the good armor shop just in the back here? It's going to take me a minute to kind of reorient myself to here, to remember where everything is. There's even a good and bad inn, come to think of it. So this guy here has really good armor for us, but he wants us to ride around the world on Boko's back, which is something we can actually do now. Now we gotta wait for Jabroni Sam here to get out of our way. There's a healing pot, which is better than using the inn. It's like a more powerful inn that we have here. Down on this floor, we will take a secret passage way over here to play the last piano on Earth. Huzzah! We are the best at piano now. We can go up here, and our Black Chocobo friend is here. So everything we do in this village, you can do at the point where you get the airship. But I just remember that it's not in a vanilla run of the game where you don't really know what's going on. You have no idea this village is here until the very final dungeon, where you can't make use of it at all. But the cluing for it, there are little clues scattered throughout the world that are really good, but there's one in particular that's really, really good that I like a lot. Alright, back here we have the good armor shop. And here's all of our elemental rings back again. And the best accessory in the game. So, we're going to sell off all of the Garbo we don't need. We can sell Power Drink. We can sell Speed Shakes. We can sell Dark Matters. We're not getting much for them, but... Ooh, Dragon Fangs are worth quite a lot. Don't need this. I'd sell that if I could. Don't need that. Okay, we're not gonna might use a coral sword. I'm not really sure yet. I don't think so, but anything that I can equip, I'm gonna hang on to. I've learned that I can't equip this, and I can't equip this, and I can't equip this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. All of my rods I'm gonna keep. I'm never gonna use this. I'm never gonna equip this. We don't need a lot of shields anymore. I don't need 2 ice shields for sure. I don't need this anymore. The crystal shield is just better. I'm not going to equip Hypno Crown. 4 Wizard's Hats. Everybody has a better... Oh, we've got the Sages. Yeah, we do have better hats. I don't need any of the Wizard Hats anymore. I don't need a ribbon. I don't need a Thornlet. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of these. I can get rid of these. I'm going to hold on to the Cursed Ring. But now, 200,000, we can buy 4 sets of Hermes Sandals. This is permanent, undispellable hastes for all characters. It does devalue Time Mage a little bit because the Haste Gust spell is no longer really necessary, but Hermes Sandals, they're just going to make mincemeat out of... I guess the clue for where the armor shop is you can kind of see that there's another part of the building over here. Magic shop is the next stop we want to make. Aha. So we can see it over there. Get out of the way. Come in through the back. Hi, buddy. We're going to buy... Quick is... Time magic that's really going to be insanely good. I'm going to buy Death? I guess I don't need Death, because I have level 5 Death. You know, I'll buy it, just to have it. Osmos I'm not super into, and Banish I'm not super into. I think the better weapon shop mostly just has... We gotta come in through the back door, I think. I mean, all the stuff that we just sold off you can buy here at this weapon shop. There's a better weapon shop up and around the way. I think we gotta go up down through the pub, maybe? Oh, we gotta go through the back door of the pub. What am I doing? Yeah, this brings us out down here. And then we'll go into the house and come up the other side, I'll bet. I don't know why I used this again. Had no reason to use that. Can't go in this door for reasons, but this should take us to the weapon shop here. And yeah, it's just shurikens and things. Bunch of ninja stuff. None of which we need. Alright, we have side questing to do now. Now that we have our airship, there's all kinds of fun stuff. We can just fly around the world. Did I buy... Very, very early in the game... No, I did not buy level 1 or 2 Black Magic because we got Black Mages after those spells were available. So I think there's a level 2 Black Magic spell we're going to want to get. But first, in World 2, there was this tower down in the corner of the map that we couldn't enter, called the Fork Tower, and it just happens to be on top of the catapult, where Sid and Mid are unfortunately located. So if you play 7 pianos and come back to this town where the bard lives and talk to the guy, he gives you a great spell. He gives you... So... he gives you one song just for playing his piano, then he gives you a song for coming back after playing 7 pianos, and then one song after playing all 8. So we're going to get 2 new songs right here. Sinewy Etude is very, very good if you've got martial classes. We don't, But he also gives us the Hero's Rhyme. That's the busted spell. That raises your experience level in combat, and it's just insanity how good that gets. Alright, so that's done. Next, I need to... So many options. Okay, that's the final dungeon, but you can see we can get up and around here on Chocobo now, where we couldn't before. Here we go. This is our next stop. We get to pick 3 of the... 3 of the, like, legendary weapons, and I don't think we really need any of them, honestly. One is a no-brainer, and the rest I don't think we have much use for. So, the Magus Rod we're definitely taking. This is plus magic stat, plus I think I'm pretty sure it boosts all of the elements. It's just flame plus thunder plus blizzard rod. And, well, I guess it's not a magic plus over the flame rod. It's attack power plus for some reason. So we've got that. I mean, I guess we'll take the Apollo Harp. I don't know we'll ever equip it, but we do have Bard, so... So there's the Gaia's Bell, which is for Geomancer, which is awful. There's Excalibur for Knights that we can't take. There's a ninja sword, I think it's Sasuke's blade. There's a samurai sword, the Mazamune, which uses haste when you use it in battle, which is probably the best of the weapons, but we don't have samurai. There's the Dragon Whisker Spear, is that what it is? The Holy Lance. Well, we don't have Dragoon anyway. Like a Titan's Axe or a Giant's Axe, which is a terrible weapon for Berserkers. We have these... Oh, you know, one of those up there must be the Assassin's Knife, and this is Sasuke's Katana. We have, what is it, the Artemis Bow, and then I think it's a Flame Whip. Fire Lash. It's a Flame Whip, fine. I think the only other weapon we could conceivably make use of is the Dagger. The Assassin Dagger. For its insta-kill, but I don't think we'll ever equip it, and none of these other weapons are at all useful to us. There's not a legendary staff. Is there? Yeah, there is. This here is this. What is it? Sage's staff? Sage's staff. A notable hole here is that there is no monk weapon in this game at all. Monks cannot equip weapons. They're always bare-fisted. So there's no legendary weapon that benefits monks. Monks are a pretty good class early in the game, but on into World 2 and then especially World 3, they fall off hard. The only good thing about monks in that part of the game is they can synergize with other classes by giving them more hit points. So typically, this is the scene where X-Death is like, oh, all of X-Death's minions are going to come at you, bro. And typically, these 3 jabronis here, you would not fight in a Fiesta run because they're in a dungeon that typically doesn't benefit you very much. But we do get benefit from it. Do I have Time Black and Black Time? Time Black? Oh, Black Equip Hearts. Time Black is the important one. That's the one I want to make sure that I have. And Quick is a level 6 time spell, is that correct? Level 6 indeed. So level 6 Time Mage is going to be important eventually. Alright, let's keep on keeping on. Up here, there's the Wind Shrine. There's Regal Village. I need to find my Chocobuddy. It's going to be up here. Oh, he's outside. Going to be outside Guido's cave, right here. I'm going to get lost doing this, but I think we first want to go this way. Oh, maybe not. Yes, we do. We have to go all the way up and around, though. Up past Tule Village. follow the mountains, past the sealed castle, near to Regal Village, which connects to the northern stretch of World 1, which brings us all the way to this little lake and this river up near East Turry Falls in the northwest of the map. And we can get into the back of the waterfall. And we get a magic lamp. Magic lamp is the poor man's summoner. If you use the magic lamp in battle, it will summon Bahamut. And then after that, it will summon Leviathan. And it'll then summon, I think, Odin. And it'll start cycling all the way down until you just get, I think, goblins forever. After you've used all the actual summon spells, you're just relegated to summon, I think, goblins. But we can recharge the magic lamp by taking it back there. There's a few key fights that just do not like certain summon spells. So even without summoner, we have access to some of these. Alright, now back to Thule Village. So this is the starting point in Guido's Cave. We're going to follow the passage around. Like a little birdmouth peninsula there. There's Karnak. I do need to go to Karnak. I think they have the spells here that I want. There's white magic. Sleep. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Because the next boss we're going to fight is susceptible to sleep, and we're just going to have fun with him. Alright, so from Karnak, as usual, we can party on down to where the Library of the Ancients would have been, near to Surgate Castle. That opens up north of the Dragon Mountain, and Kelb Village, which now has a very convenient passage around it. Down to Ball Castle, which you would think Exdeath would suck into the void, but he doesn't. Down past... Ooh, I don't want to go down past Jacques Village. This is a World 1 cave right here that seemingly has no point in World 1, but it has a ladder you climb at the end that kind of brings you out into the world map to a dead end. Well, that dead end happens to coincide with this castle, and that's where the Odin spell is. It's a World 3 side quest that's pretty fairly clued. If you remember, I mean, you're going to explore that cave in World 1. I know I did. I don't think there's anything in the cave, really. There's like a little button puzzle. You can fight these squirrels in there that have really good ability point gains for World 1, if you really want to grind ability points. Oh, there's my Choco Buddy. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know you could get into the Phantom Village on Chocobo back. How lucky am I? Let's go down here. There we go. Okay, still on Chocobo. The black Chocobo is necessary if you look at the top right of the map, the Great Desert up there. There's nowhere to land an airship, but there's 2 locations up there that have powerful summon magic. So we're not going to go up there. If you don't have Summoner or Dancer, there's really not a reason to go to those places. We don't need the Phoenix or Bahamut spells. Bahamut you get actually on Northern Mountain, one of the first dungeons in the game, the mountain where we got our first dragon friend. There's also a summon spell that we get if we go to the Pirate's Cave with Faris in the party now. Her old friend Sildra, the sea monster. Yeah, now that Tycoon's been kind of exploded, we can take the Chocobo all the way up and around here. Back up past the Pirate Cave, which no longer overlooks the ocean. Past Thule Village once again, so we have circumnavigated the globe on the back of a Chocobo. Hopefully the guy doesn't mind that we took a couple stops along the way. But anyway, that's another thing that gates off those endgame spells, Bahamut and Phoenix, is if you don't know where the Phantom Village is, you can't get your black Chocobo back. The Mirage Vest is a great, great thing. So equipping the Mirage Vest gives you... I think we want to do it on... Oh, Bartz can't wear it? Really? Who can wear it? Is it just Blue Mage in this party? I thought everybody could wear the Mirage Vests. Nope. Only a Blue Mage. Well, you know what? That's fine. Perfectly okay. So we're going to start out combat with an imaginary double. So Faris has the evasion from the Aegis shield, and also, if we really want evasion, from the Crystal shield. There's 45 evasion. Aegis shield is better for blocking spells, but Faris is going to be very difficult to kill with physical attacks now. And I think with that, we're finally done with Phantom Village. Which means we need to get on with our mission. Now, in World 1, in the center of the ocean was this island with the island shrine on it. Was not accessible because it's surrounded by mountains. But the big bridge just happens to overlay right across it. I don't know what happened to the Gill Turtle Cave. I guess it... No, it couldn't have sank to the bottom of the ocean because you can get to the bottom of the ocean in this game. Anyway, this is our next stop. We have to do this shrine because doing it unlocks other locations. We have to kill the Gargoloids again. What were they weak to, if anything? Also, I want to find out. You can equip the Magus Rod. Worse magic than the Healing Staff, though. Well, okay. But it boosts elemental spells. I think we want to do it this way. So we cast Quick. And when we cast Quick, it automatically gives Bartz 2 more turns. So we should be able to... I don't know if I'll one-shot with one of these spells. Oh, we'll try it, though. Rod boosted Thundaga. That left a little something to be desired, I gotta admit. Well, in any event. We can give you a Thunder Rod now, and have you do some Thundaga. But that's what Quick does. It gives you 2 turns in rapid succession. I mean, you're not going to get Rod boosted Thundaga, but you might get us there. And then you, friend, don't get Thundaga, but... So yeah, we're going to get another tablet here, but there's really no point to go back for more legendary weapons. But the big thing this dungeon is going to do for us is going to open up the dungeon that gives us the Flare spell. And as you can imagine, in a party that can use both Quick and Flare, I mean, it's going to be a good time. I wonder if Quick is reflectable. We should science that real quick, because it's going to come into it's going to be important to know later. Alright, this is another dungeon I always get lost in. Don't mind me. So this goes to 4 different locations based on which switches you have flipped. I think we want to flip both of them to get treasure. Both up takes you to the entrance. We don't need to worry about that because we've got teleport. We can just teleport out. And then either left up or right up alone takes you further in the dungeon, and whichever doesn't takes you to more treasure. So we'll try this. If this doesn't take us to more treasure, we'll try the other configuration. And it did take us to more treasure. Excellent. I told you we'd stockpile some more elixirs. We're going to be good on elixirs. Switch those around. Alright, I want to try. Everybody's going to get 2 turns before Bartz gets 1 turn because of these Hermes sandals. It's wonderful. Is this reflectable? If it is, it's not. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, you can. When you cast Quick and you're in between your two actions... Oh, I forgot to put Hermes Sandals back on. Let's do that real quick. When you cast Quick and you input your first action, the way the game gives you your second action for free is it makes sure that everything else is permanently frozen in battle. No other enemy gets a turn until you put in your second action. And that can be fun. I don't think we can Romeo's Battle this guy. I'm gonna Hero's Rhyme. Get the level up. Throw out some Iroga. Just spam Quick if you got it, you know. Where's my other Quick turn at? Didn't pop up. Sometimes the game doesn't know what to do. I got real confused there. Is this guy eventually going to do something? Like make some kind of move? Oh, did I not give you your... Oh, that Quick is just super expensive, I guess. We're already out of it. You know what then? We'll just go ahead and defend with you. That's fine. We can take this guy down. Black and blue magic. We'll be perfectly okay. Is that far enough? You haven't done anything to me. Oh, you were talking to yourself. I see. We're never going to equip that. We have no need to. Let's use the cottage here. Got to buy some more cottages pretty soon, too. It's not often you've got 200,000 gil to buy all the Hermes Sandals on your first visit to Phantom Village. Usually you buy what you can, and then... I'm just going to let Forrest have Blue Mage Mastered. Because I'd really rather Bartz and Kryl get their Black Mage levels up. Forrest just isn't going to make use of Time or Black Magic throughout existence here. But yeah, usually you have to do usually you come into like the Wind Shrine, and the stuff from here is good enough to. Can you be stopped? No, I tried. Yeah, you take the stuff out of here and sell it, and that can get you your 200k. Prototypes are actually kind of the super weapon of World 1, if you want to look at it like that. I don't think the other treasures in this dungeon are worth even going for, honestly. Like, that's a whip that we're never going to use. So, and there's, like, pitfalls and stuff. Let's just blitz the end of the dungeon. Let's just not even worry about... If it's on the way, I'll grab it. Ah, see, I knew that there was a pitfall there. If this one, I think I come... Is there treasure down here? No, just stairs on either side. Power up my Chicken Knight, Goblin Men. That's all you're good for. Now, the boss of... Oh my god. The boss of this dungeon uses... Like, there's... kind of similar to the Sandworm, in that there's like the real boss you have to attack, and then he's got illusions that if you attack them, they counterattack. It's like Sandworm 2.0. But, apparently, and this is not a strat I've ever used, but apparently he always starts in the same location, and he's weak to sleep. So I'm going to try putting him to sleep, and then just destroying him with magic. Because magic damage doesn't wake you up. Only physical damage does. Oh boy, another Dragon Fang. I mean, it's 2,500 gil. So yeah, we're going to try Sleep. And actually, I guess the Magus Rod or Thunder Rod doesn't really matter that much, because it doesn't increase your magic stat. It just boosts all your elements. Alright, Sun. Oh, there's treasures. I'll go get the treasures, my goodness. I saw a treasure box. I'll go get it. I talked a big game about how there's not anything else useful in here and blah blah blah. But we all know that was BS, didn't we? Can I please get out of here? No, we're just going to be stuck here forever. I'll teleport. I have no shame. There we go. The game's like, alright. Don't stoop to that level, Brickroad. Something I'll never ever equip, ever. Get me out of here! Thief and Ninja both have just free abilities that do just what the teleport spell does in battle. Just gets you out of the fight. These Numbblades, they just really want a piece of me. That's all that is. They just really, really want to know what's up. Don't even get me started on the Executor. I think Shadow Dancers are important for getting zombie status inflicted on you in the final dungeon for shenanigan strats against some of the bosses there. So I have two ways to put a monster to sleep. I just bought the sleep spell, so my black mages can use that. But blue mage has the time slip spell. Which should also inflict sleep. Now, the top right one should be the correct one. Let's see if we can get him to sleep. So he should be asleep now, which means I should be able to just hammer him with magic damage and he should never wake up. As long as we never see him flash, it means he never gets a turn. And as long as we never see him get a turn, he'll never change position. So we never have to hunt him down again. So that frees an ATB. Okay, so yeah, he did change position there. That's blue magic. I think we can... I didn't hit my blue mage, though. So he didn't stay asleep for very long. What does he counter with if you hit him with an AoE? I actually don't know the answer to that. So we know that's not the right one. That's the right one. And I think they just shuffled again. So what if I just do this? Counters with Frost. What kind of damage are we looking at? That's not terrible. I could probably just... Oh, they all counter with Frost. That's the gimmick. Okay. I see. That's what we're doing here. Well... I do have a response. And that response is the return spell. We'll just take the do-over. So yeah, sleep does work, but he wakes up. And when he wakes up, he'll change position, so it kind of doesn't matter too much. It's just if we get the early spell off, we can get some early, easy damage in, apparently. Which, you know, I'll take easy damage. But you don't want to go with an AoE because then they all get their ice spell on you. They're kind of lazily palette swapped fire spell that they called an ice spell. They get that out on you. There might be some blue magic shenanigans you can do here with level 5 death or something, but this is fine. We can just do it this way. If that hits my blue mage, we can learn that. I don't know if there's a reason to do that, but... And then we'll just attack and each one in turn. And we find one we do 0 damage to and don't miss, that's the correct one to hit. So he's changed position again. There he is. And I don't think he's changed position here, so we're going to quick. And I should get doublies on him. You know what I mean? Doublies? Did he just change position in between my quick? No. No, he's still fine. There he changed position. So this Iroga spell is going to miss. No, it still damaged him. Maybe he's just changed back to that same position. He just went back to the place where he feels comfortable. Ow! So he must be up in the top left right now. But I'd rather Cryo not die here, because I want her to get the Black Mage ABPs. But as long as he's up there, let's throw like 1900 damage at him. Our damage is actually going up sharply because we've got the magic spell going on in the background. He's switched again. That's not him. That's him. But he's just switched. I'm actually going to use Forrest's turn then to heal up. We don't have enough to go for doubles, do we? No. So singles it is. But our magic damage should be pretty severely increased. Yep, we're busting 3,000 now. Where'd you go now? Not there. Oh, we're doing that, huh? Will this break confusion? Does it count as an attack? For purposes of breaking confusion. Sure does. Lena just took a physical hit, but didn't break out of her song. Maybe she does literally have to die to break out. Oh, that was a... good old healing staff. I wonder if that means that's where he is, though. Well, if anything else, he's just changed. And he's just changed again. And he's just changed again. I'll find you, don't worry. So he must be up in the top then. Gotcha. And now the rest of them will just die out. Now imagine doing that same fight where you have difficulty topping even 1,000 points of damage. And that's why I wanted to make sure everybody was alive. To get all those glorious, glorious ABPs. And that opens up the Fork Tower. We can now get in there, and I intend to. I kind of wish that Fork Tower was just accessible without having to do this dungeon. It does feel kind of silly that you have to go through the island shrine when there's really nothing here anyway, except for a tablet. some parties want 2 tablets. Some parties have more than 4 weapons that they really want to use. But if Fork Tower was open, that would make the Island Shrine more optional. It still is optional, but without doing the Island Shrine, you can't do Fork Tower, we can't get the submarine. And you need the submarine to get to the other 2 tablet dungeons, which I guess is why they structure it like that, because the 3rd and 4th tablet dungeons are a little harder than the 1st and 2nd. So maybe they want to make sure that you do the first 2 before the later ones. Can I buy cottages here? I get my tents here. You know what? Fine. Fine. I'll just use tents for the rest of the game. Alright, it's only 6 feet away, but I'm going to fly anyway. And let's take a look at the party here. One side has to go up the magic tower, one side has to go up the physical tower. Magic boss, I am 0% concerned about because I've got reflect rings and a black mage. So, I think are we going to have trouble against the physical boss? I don't think so. What's my plan to take care of him, though? Is it going to be Goblin Punch? What's my chicken knife looking like? 117 plus a bunch of agility. I think we're going to go with... Well, how much does Goblin Punch get me? Which means you're going to want this Crystal Shield for the evade. So Faris and Lena, we're going to send up the physical side. Lena can sing the Sinewy Etude to make those Goblin Punches stronger. Or Hero's Rhyme. Hero's Rhyme's probably better. And we have Time in Black, and then Black on this side is also fine. But you guys want Reflect Rings. So Bartz and Kryl are going up the left. Lena and Faris are going up the right. Let's go get that flare spell. Kind of a nifty dungeon where you have to split the party up. Bartz is going to the magic side. Lena the Bard is going to the physical side. Faris is going with her sister. And Kryl, who is turning to face nobody here, is going with Bartz. I think I've had one Fiesta where it was advantageous to send 3 people up one side and only 1 up the other. So, alright, let's make sure that we are equipped properly. Gold hairpins and rings. We're good to go. There is 1 treasure on each side of this dungeon. Oh, maybe 2, because one of them is like a potion of some kind. Got an ether. Woo! That'll get us there. There are random encounters in this dungeon. They're just giving us a wide berth right now. The Wonder Wand is going to be very, very important in our end game. So the magic people climbed up without a single random encounter. And now the physicos are going to climb up. It's actually the physical boss I'm more worried about. Because in this side of the tower, I'm pretty sure all of your magic abilities are blocked. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use... Oh, I guess you are. Never mind then. We'll just keep singing Ballad until we get the heck out of here. Now, we can actually get a hilarious game over if we both of our bards sing songs that are continuous, that put them in the singing state that doesn't break until death. Then we lose the fight, because the only way to stop singing is to die. And if one of us gets killed, the other one can't revive them because they're still singing. That'd be a really fun way to, to lose this run. So let's not do that against the boss. Aha! Can you use this? Of course not. Can't use that. Okay. I think that casts Protect when you use it as a item. So we're doing the physical boss first. It's really going to come down to how much damage is he doing, and can we keep on top of it with high potions? And what does our damage output look like? Okay, so just... we can't sing this fight. We can't use magic. It's blocked off. So let's give you... I guess we go with the dancing dagger here. Oh, main gouge is probably better for you to equip. Oh, you know what? I've got Excalibur as well. For Goblin Punch, and then the Chicken Knife for regular attacks. What am I getting with the main gouge? First attack's always going to miss Forest. That's just... Ooh, so I'm not going to be able to Goblin Punch. Okay. So it's really going to kind of come down to my Chicken Knife then. The Excalibur can't do anything here. Unless I can put him to sleep, which I don't think I can. The Wonder Wand, when you attack with it, casts spells in a certain order? Is our magic lamp going to be helpful here? Will it even come out, I wonder? Let's try it. It does come out. It counts as an item, so it's a legal move. $200 damage from a critical attack. We'll keep healed up. I think we'll use the magic lamp for a little while. He gets hit points back for water spells for whatever reason. And now the bard is dead. Okay, so the question is just how are we going to do damage? How are we doing with the chicken knife? 590. And if you're in the front row, you just wouldn't last very long. Is 590 the best I can hope for? I think this is pretty much the best we can hope for. Without access to any of our magic, and this is a very, very magically oriented party, as you can see. So maybe I need to give both of them elven mantles instead of Hermes sandals. Might be appropriate in this dungeon. If I don't clutch this fight out. Unless I can do something like put him to sleep with a sleep blade. I can look this up, actually. I have my little Fiesta boss fight dealy bopper. Let's look up Minotaur. He is immune to sleep, of course. He has a weakness to wind, it says. So maybe Air Knife on the Bard will get a better outcome. He's definitely counterattacking. I think as long as my high potions hold, we should be okay here. No, I definitely want to keep the main gouge on her. It's not even worth attacking with her, though. What kind of damage do we get with an air knife? If he's weak to wind, we can find this out. Now, chicken knife is just way better across the board. It's really going to come down to What if we go for sword dances? 156 times 4 is still not as good as chicken knife. No, chicken knife is still, across the board, our best way to deal damage here. It's just going to take a minute. Where did it go? There it is. My Mirage Vest should be long gone by now. I don't know, like, it keeps regenerating somehow. Chicken Knife's trying to run from battle, just throwing... throwing rounds away. 4 in a row. It's okay, he's only got like 20,000 hit points. Protect rings don't actually give you protect, they give you regen in this game. But Mirage Vests would have been a smart... Well, no, because then I wouldn't have Haste. I think Haste is going to be better than Mirage Vest here. Because he's not one-shotting me with any of his attacks. As long as our potions hold out. So I guess I was wrong. I guess there is one boss fight in World 3 that's going to give us fits. And not even really fists, just long and tedious, because we just don't have a better way to handle him. Take him down 590 damage at a time. Defending with the Bard to preserve high potions. Come on, Chicken Knife! There's the main Gouge doing some work for us. So the way they disable magic in the physical tower is you have your commands, the command lists are just empty. They're just completely grayed out. The way they do it in the magic tower is, I think all the monsters, the boss included, have a powerful like counter spell that they'll use if you hit them with any physical move. In fact, maybe I should have sent 3 people up this side. Because at least then I would have a healing staff. If we lose this fight, we'll send our Time Mage up this side as well, just for the healing element of it. And then we'll at least have 2 people hitting him with daggers. Good. Oh, this Chicken Knife. It's only supposed to be a 25% chance. But 25% means like more than half the time. Right? That's what that means? No shenanigans here, man. It's just a straight-up brawl. The game is kind of inconsistent about what commands can be used in either side of the tower, too. Like, some commands that you think would be magic commands are allowed, and others that you think would be physical attacks are not. I'm going to defend here. Make sure we get healed up. Be worth it because we will get access to the flare spell as soon as this dungeon is behind us. You know what? I'm gonna just see how well we can survive in the front row here. We do have 45% evade with the shields. And Lena doesn't need a lot of healing because she's defending every turn. Yeah, that 45 evade, that's doing some real work for us. The Chicken Knife is doing the opposite of work for us right now. It's just, run away from this guy! He's big and mean! If the critical attack doesn't one-shot Faris, I think front row is the way to be here. Because it was like I got to hit him a total of 30 times instead of the 60 or whatever it would have been otherwise. Good old chicken knife, wasting most of my turns. We haven't seen Faris take a hit yet in that position. That is awesome. The running aspect of the chicken knife you can block with certain abilities. Basically anything that replaces the regular attack command. Stuff like Mug or Ranger's Rapid Fire. Goblin Punch should also do it, but we can't use Goblin Punch here. Okay, we've got Minotaur dead. He's going to try to cast Holy on us, but he doesn't have enough MP. If you give him an Ether, you can actually give him enough MP to cast Holy with. We can't make use of Holy because we don't have a white mage. And so that brings us to Omniscient, and just not worried about it. He's not going to be able to hit us with anything. We're just going to keep bouncing August spells onto him. This is why I wanted to know if Quick was reflectable. If you hit him with any physical attack, he counters with Return. You've got, what, the Magus Rod? Yeah. So, if you don't have ways to deal magic damage, you'd think, oh, well, his spells just bounce off of you and hit him, so eventually he'll just kill himself. Not so, because he doesn't cast a lot of just damaging spells at the start of the fight. He casts really low-level stuff, and eventually he'll hit himself with regen, at which points, I used the wrong spell there, didn't I? Oh, well. Yeah, see, there's regen. He can't damage himself faster than that regen works. So, the way you do it, and this is maybe the dumbest thing ever, is there's a weapon called the Mage Masher. Whenever you attack with it, there's a chance that it'll proc the mute spell, the silence spell. So what you do is you have somebody who's reflecting on your side. You attack that person with the Mage Masher. What did you have? Thunder? Thunder. If you're lucky, it'll proc and bounce off and then get through his magic defense. And if that happens, he's silenced only until his next turn, which is where he will immediately clear the status. So you have one round to get a big hit in on him with your chicken knife or whatever. And fighting him like that is about as tedious and horrible as what we just went through with Minotaur. But what you have to do is silence him so he won't cast Return against your physical hit with the chicken knife or something. The good thing about this strat is literally every party can do it because every party can equip knives. I don't know why I'm bouncing my spells off of me like this. It's just more fun for me this way, I guess. I do have the Holy Spell right now, technically. Unfortunately, you don't get Flare from the other side to use in this fight. I guess that's why they do it that way. Here we go. Magic Carpet Man, in his last phase, uses the big hitting spells, and from this point, he will kill himself. Eventually. We have had to do that against Omniscient a couple times. Use the Mage Mash strats. The good news is, in that position, if you really don't have any good magic to use against Omniscient, that means you do have Martial classes, which means Minotaur is going to go down pretty easily. Goodbye. So now we have Flare and Quick in the same party. And it's just not fair, if you think about it. So that's where you get the ultimate white and black magic spell. To get the ultimate time magic spell, you've got to go to the 3rd tablet dungeon. So I guess this does mean we will be doing the 3rd tablet dungeon. But before we can do that, now that Fork Tower is gone, we have access to the catapult again. Our good old friend, the steamship, is right where we left it. And, oh, here's the boys. We didn't forget about you boys. So Sid and Mid are going to do us one last solid. They don't even like, oh, you're back from outer space. Welcome back, guys. Oh, we thought we would never see you again after you jumped in the crazy meteor hole. But they're going to upgrade our airship to turn it into a submarine, so we can now go down into the depths of the ocean. And I think at this point in the advanced version is where you could go unlock some of the advanced classes, if you were so inclined. Obviously, I can't use any of them in the Fiesta, and if you roll them in the Fiesta, they're not real fun to play with because all of their abilities and stuff don't open up until this point in the game. So you gotta play through like 2.5 worlds without any of their good stuff. But by all accounts, they are still pretty strong classes. I have seen people do like solo runs, and there is Fiesta rules that gives you one of those classes, so at this point in the game is when you finally get your 4th job. So the underwater world is ours. Good to know. Thank you so much, Sid and Mid. Sid must just be happy to know, oh, this wasn't my mess up after all. Like, I'm not the one who destroyed these crystals. It was this ancient warlock from beyond time and space. Good to know. Kind of a bummer scene like that. Mid, take care of your grandpa, because mine died in a tree. How many people can say that about their grandfathers, that they died in a tree? I certainly can't. Both of mine are dead. They just both died of old age. Where am I going now? I guess we're just gonna hop in here and make use of our inn. To get all of our MPs and stuff back. One thing I'm curious about, actually. I must have scienced this in the past, but I forget how it goes. Can I go? I sure can. I can go underwater in this little nook. Oh, I'm in a nook! I have nooked! Which kind of raises the question, what is the catapult connected to? There's nothing down here but this rock. Anyway. Next time when we pick it up, we have the Great Sea Trench ahead of us and the ultimate time magic spell. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next episode.